Hello everyone, we're here at Dance Amore in Rome, and next to me I have Laura Zmajkovicova and Massimo Arcolin. Hello guys,
Hi.
welcome.
Hello, hello.
Nice to be here. Thank you.
I'm so happy to be here. It's our first time in Rome, and it's good to see the vibe of the camp.
Oh, it's really nice here. Actually, the hotel is fantastic. The whole event seems to be. We are also here first time for this event, and it seems to be having a great atmosphere already from the moment that we arrived. So.
What's the best thing so far that you would say?
So far, actually, what is really nice, you know, I feel very welcome. As in, the organizers, they are like honestly everywhere and always okay, everything is fine, and then anything you need, you know, and they are very accommodating for the couples. And
the full environment is really nice.
And you see the level of the teachers, adjudicators, level of the couples is very good.
Nice
so
energy between the group, let's say.
Yeah.
And what's the most valuable information you received so far? Because there are some amazing names here.
Oh yes. This is.
It's private.
It's private. No, for me, you know, actually, we are always excited to learn something new. So, and it's hard to, you know, in a way say like this one is more valuable than that one, because I think all of this information are really on the highest level. So I honestly sometimes feel like just recording every word. I actually did that in one lecture yesterday, in a ballroom lecture.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I need to better record at least some of it.
Sometimes we write down what we need.
It's really, really nice to then look back at it one day, you know. So
sometimes it's just even a word that with that word you have a click
Trigger.
and you after you remember everything what happened before.
yes.
And what do you normally do after a camp? Because the international is approaching really fast. How do you approach training after this type of training camp?
So in general or after this one?
Just let's say after this one or in general.
You see, even for example, yesterday we had the private lessons in the morning, then there was group lessons, and then there was the evening practice. And I think that's so important, because it's great that you receive fantastic information, but if you then don't actually implement it and put it in your body, it's just gonna, you know, stay somewhere there, or
It's difficult to stay in your body.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think just get on the floor and repeat and practice as much as you can. So to really make it more automatic in the body, that's very important.
Plus, of course, our schedule is a bit tight, so we are going up and down all the time, different place. But of course, what's the main point, especially for us, is it doesn't matter if you have lesson, if you have a camp, is always the practice in between.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that to just get on the floor, repeat it, you know, do it again, and to stay focused, that's very important. So.
And I would like to go in a bit of a history lane right now. Please tell us how did you start dancing, or how did you start dancing
That's a very
together?
long story.
Are
you sure you have time for that?
How did you start dancing together?
Actually, even that was long. I split with my partner. I mean, we split, and I was looking for a partner, so I was looking around. I knew Laura already before, but I knew she was still dancing, so it happened that
I had another partner at that time when he split, so yeah.
I had kind of sneaky information from somebody. Oh, do you know she split? She split. So I was like, okay. She was still in that place.
We were both in Hong Kong, so that was actually kind of, you know, coincidence, or maybe there are no coincidences,
Actually,
you know, and
the
that was quite good.
The funny things was we actually never talked before together.
We know each other since
we
kids,
know,
because all the dancers we always meet
we
on
compete
competitions.
together, but we actually never talk together, even if we live in Hong Kong. Yes, hello, how are you? And that's all.
Yes.
And so when I knew that she split, actually,
he was the first one to message me. Like
I messaged straight
the
away.
message traveled so quick, you know. He's like, how about we have a tryout? And I was actually in a shock that I split with my partner, because that happened very suddenly. I mean, things were not going really well, but I still didn't expect it will actually happen. So, and then I got a message from him. I was like, okay, this is real. I really probably split, you know. So, and then we had the tryout. That was my first tryout after we split.
And after 5 minutes, I okay, for me it's fine.
He was very happy, and
So
and
I was very
like,
happy. I liked immediately the feeling I had with her. I mean,
What did you feel?
No, especially when I took her hand and we started to dance something, I felt okay.
Usually rumba, is it?
of course,
Actually,
rumba,
yes,
cha-cha, we
with
did.
rumba.
Yes.
I felt straight away like, okay, this is the one. This is the one
It felt good.
I like.
It felt very good for me too. But
the problem was after, because it was actually a period before, like
Just before
few
Blackpool,
weeks before
yeah.
Blackpool, and so she said to me, "Okay, actually, it's very nice. I really like." And we were in Hong Kong. I really like, but actually, I will have other tryout in Blackpool.
I wanted to wait, you know, because actually I only had 2 partners in my whole life before him. So he's my third and hopefully final partner. Look at it. Panic. No. But so the first partner I danced with was 11 years. The second one, 9 years, you know. So it was very long-term partnership.
Yeah.
So I'm not that kind of, you know, person who, all right, let's decide, you know. So, and I did feel immediately very good, but it was like, all right, so that's it. Now I'm, you know, forever now with this one, you know. So, but I did feel great. But I was, you know what? I do want to make sure that I make the right decision. So I wanted to wait until Blackpool.
Yeah. And she said to me, after Blackpool, I'm gonna tell you straight away, because I have tryout there and gonna decide. I wait for a month. Maybe even more, a little bit.
So we kept practicing together.
Yeah,
because
and that was the funny part, because she
he
said,
was so confused.
I have other tryout, but can we practice together? I said,
No, because, you know,
I was a bit confused, like,
I
so
don't
you like
understand
or you want or you
women.
don't want?
because I do love
was a
practice,
bit
you know,
funny,
and I said that I'm gonna practice by myself anyway. So if you want, we can practice together, but I do want to wait for the other tryouts to really make my final decision. So it was like we were practicing together for like 1.5 months already before I really decided.
But that's good. I think it's good that it
Yeah,
happened
I think
like
so
Of course,
too.
she had the right choice, you see.
From the beginning,
made
he's
the
like,
right one.
"What did you waste all this time for?" So yeah, no, but it was very clear for me. Like, I mean, from beginning, exactly as he said, the feeling of like, I think he's one of the best leaders. Honestly, like, I never felt like that with anyone. Like how we hold each other, how he take care of me. That was amazing. But I wanted to make sure that I don't jump into something that I just emotionally feel great now. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a great choice for sure.
And what would you say is the best memory from your career together so far?
There is
I
many
hope.
already, I think.
Yeah, there is many, but I hope
There is
It's-
still more
it's
coming.
coming.
The best part, still more coming. Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure. But, you know, I think it's important that you look at things positive, and you can always find great in everything, something great in everything. So even, of course, we are happy when we have the great results. You know, I always feel like, of course, you get the satisfaction, you know, about that. Sometimes moments in practice just feel amazing, you know, like it doesn't have to be always on the competition floor or during a show, or, you know, that can be great, these moments that you share together. But I do appreciate also often when something happens that we didn't really count on, you know, and this I always realize more and more. Like, for example, we don't really get the result we wanted, or something doesn't work the way we really want, and then we always feel at that moment you are like, oh, this is horrible. But actually, because of that, we pushed harder, or because of that, we learned something different. And I'm so happy for these moments as well. So that's really good to have, right?
That's a very mature way of thinking. Very
well, we try. Thank you.
Very good. And for you, Massimo, what would you say? Do you have like a pinpoint memory, or do you agree with Laura?
Okay, if I need to think fast. Okay, I had the first semi-final, of course, because for me
I remember that
it was
moment.
a big point.
Yes.
And
That was so cute.
That was
he was so cute.
one that I can tell you straight away. That was very nice. The feeling of be there in that semi-final that I was looking for a long time, let's say. I know it was not the final, but still, that we are gonna work on it. But that step that before I never made before in my career, so it was a big one. So.
And that was so cute, you know, we were leaving the floor and I remember, of course we were hoping for the semi-final, but we didn't really know if it's gonna happen. So, and we, like, as we came into the semi-final, we put all the energy in. By the time of jive, we could barely walk. We were so tired. And as we walked off the floor, I was just so angry. And we are walking off and he was behind me and I'm like, this is unbelievable. How can we look so amateur on this professional floor that we are so tired? You know, I said, this can never happen again. And I turned around and he's behind me crying because he was so happy that we made it. And I was like, oh, this is actually, you know, like, I was like, actually, you're right. This is very good. We did it, you know, but I was really like, it was so emotional.
I can tell that you have such different characters.
Oh, yes, you can see.
That's for sure.
But it's funny,
That's
you know,
why
because it
maybe
depends.
we have a good balance.
Yeah, but it depends in what, you know, because sometimes he's like, I don't know, we are watching a movie, for example, or something, and he's totally like falling asleep.
Be careful what you say.
He's falling asleep or something, and I'm crying totally like, oh my God, that little puppy or something, you know. So yeah, some things like, I guess different. We react on things differently, for sure.
And talking about personality and how you are in real life, and your character, do you think it gets translated into your dancing?
Yes and no. It depends.
Yes and no.
Of course, we don't try to show our no bad side, but in a way like maybe I don't know how to say it, not the good, not the bad part. If, for example,
if you don't feel well, you mean all this kind of stuff. Like, I think that the dancing is really part of us, for sure. So whatever. I mean, some people maybe put it like it's a different person when they are on the floor or off the floor, yeah. And for some people it's quite scary to even think like actually it's me dancing on the floor. They kind of think of like that's somebody else, you know, like
alter ego.
Yes, I think.
No, in general we try to put what we are on the floor. Don't try to build up a person or a different character. Or I don't know. I mean, at least for me, for us, it feels like it's working because. In general, I like to have fun, and as a person, even if I'm shy, maybe, but I like to have fun in general with friends, with family. I like to be around people, and so of course I try. If that's a good point, I try to bring it on the floor. Of course, in a different layers, maybe, but I try to push that a little bit more.
For sure, but of course, you know, if you, for example. It's not always your best day. Of course, you know, sometimes something might have happened or you don't feel well. I mean, we have jet lag so often because we travel up and down, you know, and you have to deal with it. So what he was saying also, like, you don't always show, if you really don't feel well or you really, you know, something is happening, you don't try to show the bad things on the floor for sure, because that's not what the audience came to see. They came to see the dancers, the professionals, you know. So, but you could use it. You know, it doesn't always have to be happy, smiley. You could use this, this sadness or this, you know,
feeling
something
to
bothering
move
you.
yourself into something else.
For sure, because it is part of us. Always happy, happy, happy. That also doesn't look that real.
And also, what doesn't work with us to fake it. That is
that's
okay.
for sure.
That is a
for
bit.
sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you have to say, it's okay, you know, today maybe I don't feel well, but so let's try to go with that. Let's see where that brings me. And maybe you even discover something different with that. So So even, you know, the body maybe doesn't give the full energy, let's do a bit more, less
mellow.
You know, and suddenly, oh, nice new movements even can come out. So it's quite nice to say, okay, it's okay to cry, it's okay to, you know, not be on the top always.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I agree.
great.
Beautiful words.
thank you.
And what would you say are the 3 main characteristics of a great dance couple?
I feel there is so many great couple, great dancer.
Different in each way.
Exactly. That's
think
why I
everybody
don't
has
know that
different
there is only
priorities, maybe.
3,
Yeah.
but that can work for everybody. I think everybody can find their way in a way.
But I think therefore you have to have definitely a great communication.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because I think people have different priorities, you know, and you see we are quite different from each other as well, and you have to find a way to communicate that for sure, and to want to communicate, because
and to work together.
Exactly. So, you know, to find compromises or to find a way to maybe understand that, oh, there is another side to the story. There is another opinion, and you know, we both go to the
too.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just
we
one
both
way.
go to the same goal, but his idea is maybe, you know, like this and this, and mine is maybe like this and this, and then, but we still
Have
we
the
can
same,
find
yeah.
that to have the same goal. I think it's the most important for sure, and then you can work things out you
In
know?
any relationship.
Definitely.
Actually.
I think in dancing, even when, let's say, our students, sometimes they have tryouts and they are not sure, you know, should I dance with this one or with that one? For me, it doesn't matter what level you are, how much you want to dance, like what do you want to really put in it and where you want to go. But the important is that the goal of the 2 people is the same.
Yeah, sometimes we say even, okay, of course they have a tryout by practicing something,
Yeah.
the real things, let's say, the dancing. But after we always say, okay, maybe take an hour, go to a bar, go somewhere to talk and see what you want, because maybe actually you feel so great, you want to dance with her or with
But
him,
there is no communication.
and after actually you want 2 different things maybe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like,
very true.
Because
that's not going to work.
it's okay even if your goal is, let's say, oh, I just want to dance socially, or I just want to dance on this level. Well, it's important the 2 of you know about it, you know.
Yeah.
So I think that to have the goal, to have the communication, then you can overcome many other things, you know. Empathy for sure, to try to listen, try to understand what the other person wants. If you're going to be selfish and just, you know, you follow me and do everything I say, maybe in some relationship that works, but I don't know how long term. So that for
So
sure.
with that you can put even, I don't know, teamwork, that in general, if you have that
100%.
in general, you know, maybe you're not going to win, but the result is getting better.
Always looking for solutions, always looking for step forward, because, you know, it even happened to us before that, you know, something comes, bad result or whatever happens, something that we are not happy about, and you keep digging into that, you know, and you keep analyzing it, and why, and this, and right, just let it go for a second,
Get stuck.
look how we can move on from there, you know, look forward all the time. Good, I remember that, I'm not going to repeat that, but I'm going to now focus on what to do, not what not to do, you know.
Exactly.
Maybe
that I
another
think
point is to be maybe thinking more positive than negative, even if something goes wrong, how she said.
Yeah.
Find the light
Yeah.
on the bad things.
Yeah.
Don't go and go more down. Otherwise, you arrive at the point that you feel like, I'm not going to dance anymore.
Yeah, it's very true.
Exactly.
And I think all of us have been in that point at one point in their
But
career.
because I feel also after if you are in that state that you're going in yourself down and down, put yourself so down, after also when you go for the next competition on the floor, actually you can see that it's not that bright.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
don't have
for
that
sure.
brightness anymore in yourself. So
Yeah, and I guess remember always why you do it. Why did you fall in love with the dancing? I think this is...
come back to why you start.
Because often, you know, I love to watch beginner competitions. You see the beginners and they are so excited.
Or the kids.
And you see, and maybe they don't know what they are doing, but they are so excited they are doing it, you know. And then the more information you get, the more you know that you actually don't know. And then that often makes people a little like, oh yeah, and more insecure and more kind of like, all right,
or
so
they
I
start
should
to think
be
more
careful
and
that and
many things in the head.
yeah.
And when you see these kids going around the floor and actually having fun.
And my last question would be, what do you love the most about your dance partner?
Who starts?
Go for it.
Okay, so there's many things actually. You know, I can be. Yeah. No, honestly, I love actually the calmness about him. Like because I'm quite the opposite, as you can say. I'm always like, let's go, let's go. So I do love when he calms me down and when it's. There for, like, let's say, put the peace into the partnership. I love that actually.
What can I say? If I choose her in dancing and in life, I think she has everything. She is everything, she has everything. I cannot actually, okay, even if we have some fight in between, but I think it's normal, but there's still everything.
To leave you in good spirits for the international.
Yes.
Exactly.
Now we're gonna smile the whole day.
So no interview after international.
Yes. Please send us this before we go on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
So
like the little snippet. Massimo, Laura, remember. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was
Thank
really
you
nice
very
to
much
talk
to
with
you.
you. Thank you.